Welcome, everyone. This is your host, Teresa Perkins of Exposure, Spotlight Magazine talk show, where your voice matters. We are excited to have a special guest on today. She is an entrepreneur with over 27 years of experience in the music industry as a producer of live shows. She's a vocalist and a talent scout. She is the daughter of the late international recording legend, Jackie Wilson, known for the hit seller Lonely Teardrops. She is the CEO of Jackie Wilson Foundation Incorporation, founder of God in Me production company, owner of Ooh Wee Homemade Ice Cream. She has been producing live shows since 1990. She created, promoted, and produced Apollo Live of Michigan, or Apollo Live in Michigan, to give a platform and opportunities for young adults and youth to showcase their raw talent in the entertainment and music industry in front of live audience. This sounds a lot like me, Teresa Perkins. She has worked with many well-known celebrities, including Hollywood actor, producer Robert Townsend, Dick Clark, Montel Williams, the Clark sisters, legendary James Brown. The list is long, you all. It goes on and on and on of the people she has worked with. She has received many accomplishments and awards. Look, you all see her. She is Miss Brenda Wilson. Help me to welcome her on Exposure Spotlight Magazine talk show. We are so excited to have you here. How are you doing, Miss Brenda?
I'm excited to be here, and I thank you so much for this opportunity to interview with you. Thank you.
You are more than welcome. Look, this is one of the questions I guess you could say I ask a lot of people. But one thing, well, first, before we get into that, I want to know about this Ooh Wee homemade ice cream.
Ooh Wee.
It sounds like it could be something similar to like Bluebell, you know, because I know my mom, she was a big homemade, she loved making homemade ice cream. And so tell us a little bit about this Ooh Wee homemade ice cream. Is it franchise?
Let me see. Ooh Wee ice cream was founded in, I think it was about in 2000. And I had, because that's what everybody called it. You know, they was really impressed when they tasted it. It's like they ain't taste nothing like it.
Wow.
And a lot of people said we was better than Bluebell, better than what's in Cold Stone and all those different ice creams. Yeah.
That is awesome. So have you thought about franchising this or what? Or is it in Michigan?
I had thought about it. I have so many things going on. And I stopped with the ice cream, then I went to something else. But I still make ice cream because I can ship it different places and stuff like that. So, and I make the ice cream for the kids. And if I find sometime, if I had the time to vendor, like at a space or something, and sell it, I had it in a couple stores, friends of mine's establishments as well.
Oh, okay. That is just so awesome. It really is. When I saw that, I was like, ooh wee.
And there's 8 flavors.
Try it.
8 flavors.
Wow. And I was going to ask you some of the flavors. So what do you do? Strawberry chocolate?
Vanilla strawberry chocolate, butter pecan, black walnut, lemon, banana, cookies and cream.
That is so awesome. Oh, wow. When I come to Detroit, Michigan, what have you, I'm coming to look for Ooh Wee homemade ice cream.
Okay, I'll make you a batch. Okay.
Yes, most definitely. So, okay, now let's get into the legacy of your father. I have to tell you, you are his twin, okay? I don't know and don't care what anyone has said, but I'm telling you, you are his twin. You look so much like him, my God. And look, I am truly honored to have this conversation with you, Brenda, and to talk about the legacy of your father. So if you don't mind, just share some of your childhood memories that you have of him.
Well, my childhood memories, well, Papa was a Rolling Stone. Okay. Wherever he laid his hat was his home. Let's be real about that. Okay. All right. So, he wasn't in my house, a lot at all. But in the other houses, like Mama Frieda house and his first wife, she knew me, and me and her had a good relationship. She knew me as a little child and stuff like that. So as I got older, Daddy was out somewhere else in New York and stuff like that, so there wasn't a whole lot of father-daughter communication.
Okay.
And so as I got older and stuff like that, and Daddy, he got sick and all that old stuff, then I just feel it was the time to keep his legacy alive.
That is great. I mean, and of course, when they're out in the music industry, it's a lot of them, so, but look, like I said, you look just like him.
Thank you.
You are his twin for sure. Now, tell us about the foundation. Why did you decide to start the Jackie Wilson Foundation, and what's his mission, what's the vision and the purpose of it? Because no matter what, he left a legacy here. And which is, look, because I have a father. My father is George Perkins. He recorded the hit song called Crying in the Streets. And it sold over 1 million copies, and he passed away in 2013. So there's some things that I'm doing too to keep his legacy going. And they do great things in the, of course, your community and just throughout the nation. You want to be able to keep your parent legacy going no matter what. So tell us about the foundation and,
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the Jackie Wilson Foundation, I founded in 2015. And that was after I finished doing the shows and stuff like that. But I've always continued my shows. The Jackie Wilson Foundation mission is to provide avenues for and resources for youth and young adults in the music industry, be it singers, dancers, rappers, actors, musicians, musicians. So they'll have a platform to showcase their talent. Because when Berry Gordy, Motown left here, they left a hole. Bam! I mean, it was just a hole that they left here. And so as I was just, being out in the community and stuff, and people were like, "Oh, Jackie, what's your dad?" I'm so like, they said, "What you doing?" But they was telling me that people were taking advantage of them since Motown had left, and they didn't have any true platform in order to showcase their talent, So I said, okay. So I thought about it. And then just one day, I was walking through this club, going to get a venue pay for a venue, and it's like, okay, you do this, do the Apollo Lives, and then later on, some years later, the Lord told me, he said, start the Jackie Wilson Foundation. He said, because that way you can continue to help our young people, and I can get mentors. I also have mentors that come in and they'll help some of the people, and learn them, give them pointers and stuff like that on what they need to do. And the foundation it's an avenue for our young people. It is, during Christmas, I do Christmas book giveaways and stuff like that. So, it's an end, not an end to a means, but it's something that's there to help, our young people in the community.
Right. And look, I'm telling you, this is true. You remind me so much of me.
All right.
No, because you did the Apollo Live in Michigan. I also hosted the well, actually it was called Exposure Talent Showcase. And I held that in New York at the Apollo Theater.
Okay.
And the reason why I say you remind me, I mean, because we have the same admirations of helping young people to have a platform to showcase their talent. And, you know, growing up, I'm 60 years old myself. And, you know, growing up.
You don't look like it at all.
Oh,
beautiful.
Look, growing up, I always remember I wanted to be a star. I'm here to tell you. So as I got older, things just turned in a different direction. My goal is to just help those who are basically younger generation and didn't have the avenues to be able to give that individual a platform to be able to showcase their talent. So truly, I applaud you tremendously of doing that. Now, I want to know this though, because I want to be a part of it in some kind of way. Do you have any plans at all in hosting another Apollo Live in Michigan?
Well, the Apollos, I have went on I name it something else. Every time I do a show, I kind of name it a little bit something else.
Okay.
I do Offsprings of Legend.
Okay.
That's what I do. But I also incorporate youth and young adults in those Offsprings of Legend shows.
Oh, okay.
So I have the Offsprings of the Legends. I had like Morgan, Muddy Waters' son, Eddie Taylor's daughter, Brittany Reed's daughter, Jackie Wilson, of course, and Levi Stubbs' family, which is my family as well. And who else? I had one of the Temptations. He was going to be, but then he had to do something else on that day. But I have Offsprings of Legends. They come in. Oh, Benny King, Stand By Me.
Yes.
Okay, he was there. And we had a gentleman. He did a invitation to James Brown. His name was John Hall. He did a really good job of that. And so I had another young man. His name was Robert Carter come in, and he did Jackie Wilson. I sung one of Daddy's songs, and he sung one of Daddy's songs. We always do that at every show that I do. So you know, those answer to your question.
Yeah, that's all right.
Answer to your question. I don't know. It's just like, and I'll tell you, I don't do nothing until the Lord tell me to do it. Okay. That's when I know that I'm doing the right thing and that I know it'll be well.
Right.
So, because I found if I do something sometime on my own, you be like, Brenda, I don't know what you be doing. I'm like, I sure don't. when God is in it,
oh yeah,
I don't have no problems, no worries of nothing, you know. So, and I'm gonna tell you a story about, and I'm gonna move on from the. Yes. Answer to your question. We can talk about it for next year. About doing a showcase of talent. That'll be really nice.
Yeah,
okay.
For sure.
But I wanted to tell you about how I did the street naming for my father. It's called and in fact there goes the street.
Oh, okay, I see it.
Yeah. So I had put together a committee. I got a young lady to work with me, you know, by my side, my assistant. And so I wanted to do something in Highland Park where Daddy was born and raised at. So I went to an old friend of mine, and Maxine, and she said she was running the TV station for so I told her what I wanted to do and stuff like that, and she said okay. So we had a meeting with the Highland Park City Council, and then my assistant, and then Maxine and all. And so my assistant, we sitting up there, we trying to put stuff together, stuff. So she asked a question. She said, Brenda, how you gonna fund this? I looked at her like, I didn't say nothing. She said, well, I'm gonna give you my idea. I said, what's your idea? She said, I think we should charge $5 at the door. Immediately my day went up. I said, so I always try to think before I say something to somebody, and I'm not trying to offend anybody. I said, well, Giselle, I said, Jackie Wilson wasn't a $5 man, just like that. And she said, I know, but we got to have some money. She said, well, what you going to do to fund it? I said, listen, don't even worry about it. The show was August the 16th, okay? I said, don't worry, I'll wait for my sponsors to come through, right?
Yeah.
Sponsors came through August. It was August the 16th we did it. It came through on August the 1st. They had to call me and tell me, Brenda, I got a check for you. Come get it. And I'm like, oh, okay. So everything worked out well. See, I have learned that you can't, when God tells you something, I don't care what nobody say. So when I told her that, I said it, and I believed it. You know what I'm saying? I believe, I'm gonna wait till my sponsors come in and we'll be good. And that's just what happened. We had almost over 500 people there at the TV radio station. R.J. Watkins in Highland Park. He's always been a friend and he's always supported, the community. I always loved my dad, whatever I do and stuff like that. So I say that to say, when God is in it, we gonna win it.
Amen.
Okay, thanks.
Oh, I like that. When God is in it, we will win it. Oh, wow. That seems like a t-shirt or something.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at, and I would love to do different things. And God has given me different platforms and different ideas, and stuff like that. One thing I got to say, I'm a Black woman with a patent. So I'm so elated about that. Okay. Oh, here it is, right here.
Oh, wow.
Okay. A U.S. patent.
Oh, wow. That is awesome, Brenda. God bless you. That is awesome.
In the U.S. Patent Office. So, but the thing about this is that the Lord gave it to me about 25, 30 years ago. And I never did anything. In fact, he gave me 2. But this one here, during the panic, with his COVID stuff, during the COVID, the Lord told me to do this, and this. And I said, okay, and I did it. And what makes it so good, he connected me to his people. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was his people they got. And patent costs a lot of money. And you have to have a patent attorney, okay?
Yeah.
You just can't go in there and think you finna go through the patent without a patent attorney. So when I sent the drawing, he said, well, draw it and then, send it to me. I said, well, I'm not a drawer. He said, that's okay. Just put your idea. I put my idea. They sent it back to me. I said, oh, y'all picked it up pretty good, But the thing was, the cost was nothing like I thought it was going to be, like tens of thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
And the cost was like, when the gentleman told me how much it was, I was like, okay, I'll send it to you in 5 minutes. Bam. Just like that. Wow. And so what I did, and he, he did everything he had to do, but it takes 15 months to get a patent, at least.
Wow.
COVID and stuff, so it took a minute. But when I got it in the mail, I was a happy
I know you were.
Yes.
That is awesome. Congratulations to you on that.
Thank you.
Yeah, that is awesome. Now, let's see here. So now you're in the midst, or you have written. Tell us about the book, because I think I read somewhere you have a book. Did you start the book? Okay, The Life of Jackie Wilson. That is awesome. Now, how can those that are listening right now, how can they get this book?
Oh, you can go to, it's on Amazon.com.
Okay. Now tell us a little bit about it. So you just basically did a story, and like his history and all of that. So give us a little background on it.
Yeah. Well, this book has been like 6 years in the making.
Okay.
First, my brother and I, and bless his heart, his name is Anthony Wilson. We were doing a book together, and so we decided to, not do one together. We just went on and did our own individual books. So This one here had a lot. I got so much information, so much, stuff people been telling me and stuff like that for years about Daddy, their experiences and how he was and stuff like that. So basically, this book tells us about his life growing up, about some of the women that he had in his life, like my mother and Mama Frida and Harlene, stuff like that. And some of the children that was in, my brothers and sisters and stuff like that. And then it tells about how he was on the road. It just tells, doing the Chitlin Circus and stuff like that. And what a great entertainer he was. And it tells about some of his trials and tribulations, where everybody has them, he wasn't perfect. He had his own trials and tribulations that he went through. He had his attitudes and stuff like that. But one thing he did, and he did well, was perform. Mm-hmm. That's what he did. He was one of the national performer. And when he came out on the street, on the stage, all he had to say, "Just a kiss," out, and everybody just, woo!
Well, he was a heartthrob.
The women just threw panties, skirts, and whatever they had. They was like, "Whoa, okay," So he was just a true entertainer, And he wasn't just a singer; he was a singer. He had the it factor, and to have the it factor, he could sing any genre of music, sing it, any song. You can give him a song and he can make it his own. Mm-hmm. And that's what he did. Berry Gordy was the songwriter for him when he first started. Yeah. Barry Gordy, I think, wrote about 11 songs for him. Oh, wow. And then Lonely Teardrops to Repeat was his first hit that Barry Gordy had written for him, Barry Gordy and Barry Gordy's team. His sister Gwen and Carl Davis. So that was his first hit, Repeat. And then he had To Be Loved, Lonely Teardrops, That Is Why I Love You So, and different songs like that. And they was really good songs, but and stuff like that. And so he just went international.
Right. And not only that, he was good for his, or known rather, for his voice, but it was those moves that he had, huh?
Yeah, but and actually, and this is something that's in the book as well. I got some did you knows in the books and stuff like that. That he wasn't a heck of a dancer, but he got his moves from learning boxing. Okay.
Oh, okay.
It's called a crossover skip, and stuff like that, and then drop down and come back up. You had to have a whole lot of, strength in your legs and stuff like that to do that kind of, what you call stunt or dance or whatever you want to call it. But Jackie Wilson, there's no one could compare to him. Nobody. He had a style of his own.
Of his own.
He was his own man, and stuff like that. But I know he had some things that he had to go through, and that's why. One of the reasons why I wrote the book too is that for our younger generation could know about Jackie Wilson, how much of a great star he was. Michael Jackson talks about him. He dedicated his Thriller album to Jackie.
Oh,
he got it, and Jackie Wilson. There'll never be another Jackie Wilson.
Yeah,
no,
right.
Nobody. Michael Jackson loved him. I mean, Elvis Presley loved him, and they was really good friends. They said, people talking about he was black Elvis and Elvis was the black Jackie. No. It wasn't even like that. People just make up stuff.
Right.
Actually, good friends. Okay. They appreciated each one of them for their talent. They both loved their mothers. You know what I'm saying? They both started, foundation was gospel.
Right.
They started in the church. So, this here book here will dismiss some of the stories. And then I asked questions in the back. I said, did you know Jackie Wilson did it? Did you know Jackie Wilson can scat? I never know that he can scat. Yes, he did. He scattered on one song. So it's an interesting book, you know, and a lot of people enjoyed it. They always call me, tell me how much they like it. So.
Oh, that is so awesome and amazing. Look, and I know, I'm sure you just have a lot of fun memories of when you think about him, because it's just nothing like having someone like your father to think of and to be able to follow, some of his footsteps or what have you. And again, I applaud you on keeping his legacy alive, because we all have, some experiences that may not have always been that great or what have you, but still in all, it left an impact in some kind of form or fashion.
Yeah.
And you already know when you're dealing with people, they're going to always find something negative to say.
Always,
no matter how good or how much you try to do, it's going to always be something. But look, share with our audience, how can they follow you? Or I'm sure you're on social media, correct?
Yeah, well, I'm on Facebook.
Okay.
Brenda Wilson. You'll see my picture with my hair long or whatever.
It's so beautiful.
Thank you. And I'm on. That's basically what I am. I'm not on Twitter or all of those different things. But and then you can also email me, and I will answer at the Jackie Wilson Foundation at gmail.com. And then we do have a website. It's called JackieWilsonFoundation.org. So you can look at our website. You can email me, and stuff, and give me we can talk. I can tell you more about how you can get an autograph book. If you want to me to autograph a book and send it to you. I can do that as well. And all you have to do is just email it, Jackie Wilson Foundation at gmail.com. Email and tell me that you want a book. I get all your information and I'll send you a book. We also have Jackie Wilson coffee.
Oh, wow, coffee?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. We have a brand of Colombian pure coffee, roasted here in the United States.
Okay.
And if you like a bag of coffee, you can email me that too. And I'll give you all the information, and I can send it to you.
Okay. Is there a price? Is there a price for it, or?
Yes. It's $14.95 plus shipping and handling.
Okay, that is.
I can tell you. I can give you the link for that.
Okay. All right. Well, that's good. And I would like to get that link so I can put it at the end of our show, so that for those that are listening, they may want to purchase. Some Jackie Wilson coffee.
The Jackie Wilson coffee, I'm telling you, So, it's I just appreciate you. I really do. I really appreciate this.
And I appreciate you as well.
Being on your show and meeting you and stuff like that. And I'm excited about everything. You never know what God does.
Amen.
Like he says, his thoughts is not our thoughts and his ways is not our ways.
Come on now.
Yeah. So if he said it, shall he not do it? If he spoke it, shall he not make it good? So you know what? That's what I live by.
Yeah.
Right there. That's when I said, if God says, Brenda, do this, he gonna make it good.
Yeah, amen.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's the good part.
For sure. Yes, most certainly. Look, I am just overwhelmed. When I say overwhelmed in a good way and elated about meeting you from day one. And it's amazing. We have our story, how we ended up meeting each other. So like you just said, it's just amazing how God does things, and who knows from this point what can take place.
Right.
You mentioned earlier, hopefully we will be able to get together and host one of the biggest shows that'd be great. Yeah, those that are seeking to get their talent out there and be recognized and what have you. That is something that collaboration together that we would like to do. And that's why I said you remind me so much of myself. I see that you're doing things in the legacy of your father. Then you showcase talent, raw talent, to give them a platform and opportunity to be seen and heard. I was doing the same thing. This is really how the magazine really got started.
That's
Great.
Great.
Yes, exactly. So I'm just so excited. Look, so is there anything else that you would like to share before we end our conversation?
Yes, there's another thing I would like to share.
Okay.
I'm a Tuskegee Airman.
Oh, really? Really? All right. Okay.
I haven't flown a plane yet. But we do have classes that you can learn to fly a plane, aviation classes. I'm so, Tuskegee Airmen, the Red Tails and all those are some great guys, and stuff. And so to keep the legacy living with them, as well, we're bringing on younger people and, different people to come on to keep the legacy alive for the Red Tail. And with Jackie Wilson, by him being struck down at the age of 40 and passed at the age of 49, I thought it was, his story needed to be told, and young people needed to know who he was and how great he was. Because I would go around and say, "Have you heard of Jackie Wilson?" They were like, "No, who is that?" And then some would say, "Oh, my grandmother played music, played his music and stuff like that." So I thought it was a need to know.
Yeah,
right. Need to know out there. Mm-hmm.
That is awesome. It really is. Wow. I tell you, look, you are a person, a beautiful Black woman.
Ooh, thank you.
Yes, you are. And like I said, you are his twin, okay?
Yes, thank you.
You really are.
Thank you.
But you're doing so much, and which is really good, and especially, helping others, helping others to fulfill their dreams and inspirations. So look, that is awesome. Really awesome. So I would say keep that torch going. Don't let go of it until you know for sure you're passing it to somebody else that wants that same thing that you wanted. So which is really good. But again, I would like to say thank you so much for this opportunity, and we will, like the church say, we will meet again.
Amen. Amen. Yes, we will. Yes, we will.
But I want to leave you with this, because this is our motto, that your voice matters. Always remember that. It matters.
Thank you. And yours do too.
Thank you.
You say, you come back to here.
I like that. All right. Well, you take care, okay?
Okay.
All
Thank
right.
you, dear.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Hey, you!
Hi, I'm Brenda Wilson, daughter of the legendary Jackie Wilson and CEO of the Jackie Wilson Foundation, and also the proud author of The Life of Jackie Wilson, The Legacies Continue. This book is available on Amazon.com and Barnes & Noble. If you'd like to get an autographed copy, just come to our next book signing. See you there.
Hello, everyone. This is Teresa Perkins, editor, host of Exposure, Spotlight Magazine and Talk Show, where your voice matters, bringing you the best in news, entertainment, fashion, beauty, music, political issues, sports, health and fitness, you name it. Exposure Spotlight Magazine is the magazine for you. If you haven't subscribed, please do so by visiting our website at www.exposurespotlightmagazine.com. And also you can reach us at 855-828-7200. Your voice matters. Are you looking for the key to your castle? Choose a mortgage company that works for you. Ambassador Mortgage. Are you a business owner and looking for an opportunity to network and collaborate with other like-minded professionals, executives, and community leaders? Well, look no further. Exposure Spotlight Magazine has launched its business network group, and you're invited to join us where your business can grow. Just look for us on Facebook at Exposure Spotlight Magazine Business Network Group. You haven't tried the best until you have tried Monique Naturals. Natural and organic hair product-based company, leaving it soft, smooth, and moist. Shop now online at www.tmoniquenaturals.com. If you're looking for ways to strengthen your hair and give your natural the look that will turn heads, shop at tmoniquenaturals.com. Voices of Virtue, a talk show you don't want to miss. Trending news, topics of today, empowerment, outreach advocate, life coaching, spiritual conversations, primary focus on marriage, relationships, and divorces. Hosted by the one and the only Cheryl D. Reshort. To be a guest, give them a call at 225-577-3436.
Building.